The time is finally here, everybody. We know the top two contenders in all of the NFL. They're the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Two of the league's most explosive offenses meet February 2nd in Miami. Now it's time to crown the winner. To break down both sides of the matchup, I want to hear from sports director and expert Dennis O'Donnell from CBS San Francisco. How's it going, Dennis?
Katie, I'm ready for 2 weeks of hype. We're leaving for Miami on Saturday, there for 9 days. You've been to a Super Bowl, you know it's a lot of hype about a lot of nothing going on the week prior to the game. But we're going to make something up.
Sounds like it's going to be a pretty busy upcoming few days for you guys, and I want to talk about what everybody's talking about, of course, the Super Bowl matchup. I want to start with the strengths for both of these teams. They're known for their high-powered offenses, but for different reasons. So let's start with the Chiefs. What do you see from them?
Well, the Chiefs are the most prolific, I think the most potent offense in football. They're, in my estimation, the better offense on the field. On Super Bowl 54. It's not just Mahomes. He's the best quarterback in the game, in my estimation, but he's got a plethora of weapons, a great tight end. You know, everybody likes to talk about George Kittle for good reason, but Travis Kelce is going to the Hall of Fame 4 straight years of over 1,000 yards, 3 really dangerous receivers. That's a lot for the 49ers secondary to cover. So the pass rush on San Francisco is going to have to be at its best on Sunday.
And in contrast to that, I want to talk about some of the strengths for San Francisco. You mentioned George Kittle, and also just the ground game is so intense there in San Francisco in the Bay Area. So talk about what other strengths you're seeing from this Niners team.
Well, it's a pretty, Katie, it's a pretty versatile backfield, right? 2 weeks ago against Minnesota, we were talking about Tevin Coleman's first 100-yard game. Last week it was Raheem Mostert going for 200 yards. And in Super Bowl 54, it could be Matt Breida. It's 3 dangerous backs back there, 2 of which have tremendous speed. We saw Mostert hit the holes last week against the Green Bay Packers. But the 49ers have a potent passing game as well. Here's an interesting stat. People like to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs offense. The 49ers have put more points on the board this year than the Kansas City Chiefs. The 49ers are maturing on the receiving corps. Deebo Samuel, second-round pick. He's getting better and better with each game. George Kittle, you know about him. Emmanuel Sanders is the key to the maturation, I feel, of Deebo Samuels. So the 49ers receiving corps has never been better in terms of this season. I feel like San Francisco, Katie, is peaking at the right time. Kansas City is as well, and that's why I think this is the best matchup fans could have hoped for in Super Bowl 54.
And what is it going to take in Super Bowl 54 to bring home the Lombardi Trophy to San Francisco?
You know, I think the 49ers have only lost 1 Super Bowl during the Kaepernick era, in fact. But I think the 49ers are the more balanced team. And, Katie, I work in San Francisco. I live in San Francisco. I grew up in San Francisco. But believe it or not, I'm coming at this from I think an objective point of view. San Francisco is strong defensively. They're strong offensively. They got a great head coach, and they got a red-hot field goal kicker. So all things considered, all things being equal, I like that it's a point and a point and a half. And it's the old cliche, Katie, a turnover will make the difference in this football game in Super Bowl 54.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this week, Dennis, and for your analysis on Super Bowl 54. I think fans all over San Francisco are going to be excited to hear that you're picking the 49ers for this one. The Niners and the Chiefs, though, kick off this Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, February 2nd at 3:30 Pacific Time. Katie Johnston for CBS San Francisco.